The perfect storm. In meteorology, a perfect storm occurs when a rare combination of events comes together to create a disaster far greater than the sum of its parts. For the city of Kingsport, that storm didn't come from the sky. It came from the ground up. For decades, homelessness was a quiet struggle on the margins. But between 2018 and today, a series of deliberate actions and systemic failures converged to create the crisis we see now on our downtown benches. It began with the demolition of the Robert E. Lee housing project. In 2018, a gathering was held to mark the end of an era. The Robert E. Lee apartments, a fixture of Kingsport since 1941, were slated for demolition. Former residents stood on the grounds where they had raised children and built lives, receiving their old apartment number plates as mementos of a place they once called home. Hopes were high. The ceremony wasn't just a goodbye. It was supposed to be a groundbreaking for the future. But as the heavy machinery moved in and the walls crumbled, the new incarnation vanished before the first brick could be laid. In an instant, 128 families were displaced. When the promised replacement funding failed to materialize, a community was scattered. For many, the path to losing everything began in the dust of those demolished walls. The announcement came shortly after. The anticipated funding had fallen through. Today, that site isn't a bustling community or a modern apartment complex. It is a silent, grass-covered field. The Loss of Sanctuary, 2021. As the pressure mounted, Hunger First, one of the few low-barrier daytime sanctuaries, was shuttered for health and safety non-compliance. While the city's intent may have been safety, the result was a vacuum. Hundreds of people were pushed out of a building and onto the sidewalks, making the struggle for survival more visible and more desperate than ever before. The final safety net fails, 2023. Another blow to those living on a thin margin came when the owner of the West Side Inn decided to close the business to make way for a new car dealership. The notice on the doors of the West Side Inn didn't just announce a closure, it announced the erasure of a final frontier. For the residents, the inn wasn't a stopover. It was the mesh holding their lives together. In a city where affordable has become a relic of the past, these rooms were the last line of defense against the pavement. Human dignity is built on small rituals: making coffee, hanging a picture, locking the door at night. When housing is lost, these rituals are replaced by the frantic, soul-eroding logistics of survival.